What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory Career Mode series. I believe that this one is episode 71 today. It's a massive doubleheader. We'll take on Napoli for the semi-finals of the Champions League. We'll see if we make it through to another final where we'll try our hardest to defend our Champions League trophy. As I'm taking a look at our youth academy here, we've got some sensational talent coming through. But of course, we are getting so far down the series as we get a transfer request from Jordan Lukaku. Interesting. How many games did he actually play for us this season? Let's have a look at that firstly before I make my decision on that. Of course, I purchased him and he was supposed to be back up to Alexander-Arnold and Gaia. He knew that he probably wasn't going to get the first team action, but I do believe he is signed here as crucial. Yes, he is. And he's played 24 games for the club this season. I don't think that's a bad amount of games played. I know Gaia's played 44, but still, I think that's a respect amount of games. Having said that, Alexander-Arnold has played 57. So yeah. Alexander-Arnold, I think, has made the most appearances at the club. But yeah, anyways, guys, as I mentioned, this is episode, I do believe, 71. We are quite a way into it. Calvert-Lewin playing 49, scoring 25. And I'm going to say this. I apologise if you can hear the fan in the background or the work outside that is going on. There is a lot of loud noise. I tried to put this off until the work was finished, but it seems like they're going to be here all day. So I can't really wait for them to finish now. So, in terms of my team choice for this one, I have got a couple of people injured, so of course I can't play Ezri Konsa. El Ghazi has also recently picked up an injury as well, so he won't be able to play for this one. I'm looking to see where Rodriguez is. So, it's time then. I've changed around the team. I've gone back to the tried and tested 4-3-2-1, of course, and that will be what we play for the opening game of today's episode. Of course, we will be playing both the legs in this one, so you'll know at the end of it how we are going to be going on. And if we will make it through to that final, and that is, of course, the slider settings as they have been throughout the series. We've gone with Donis up front, Fratchak at the right forward, Calvert-Lewin at left forward. Fratchak is now 87 rated as well, which is a sensational return. Zakaria 86, Alexander-Arnold 85. Currently, though, of course, the highest rated player is Gianluigi Donnarumma. And there's nobody going to be touching him for a while because he is by far our highest rated player. We spent a lot of money on him. He's our record signing, and that's the reason, of course, that we do sometimes keep clean sheets. I've got a feeling that there will be chances in these two games against Napoli, and quite probably there won't be clean sheets for either side. I'm expecting both teams to create many chances, and I'm expecting both teams to take those chances. So it's just going to be about who can do the better of the two attack in front. Because you saw the team, I took a look at it last episode, I went through and did a little bit of homework, I guess you could say, and honestly, their team is ridiculous. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game, this one against Napoli. The home leg is first. So we'll try and keep them quiet, not let them score too many away goals. But last time we did that, we did beat Real Madrid 3-2 in the first leg at home and then went to the Santiago Bernabeu and ended up drawing 0-0. So there is that possibility here again. But without further ado, it is time for the semi-finals of the Champions League. We'll check out Napoli's team in a moment. We have just seen our side pop up again and I've forgotten to swap out the captaincy. So Donnarumma is our captain today when it should, of course, be Grujic in Konsa's absence. Nevertheless, this is the Napoli lineup, as we saw last episode. Farman in goal, Roberto Martinez, Sanchez, Lato at the back. Gundogan in the midfield with Rabiot and Rodrigo, Gnabry, Embolo and Zaha as the front three. Their team, I would say, is slightly better than us in certain areas of the pitch. We have the better goalkeeper. I think we've got the better attack in front three in terms of consistency. But the midfield is where this is going to be won. Can our midfield better theirs? Zakaria, Basso, Villar and Grujic against Rodrigo, Rabiot and Gundogan. This is going to be a really tough battle, this one. So let's get the game underway and see what happens in it. I hope you guys have confidence in me. I want to have confidence in me, but I'm not so sure because this team that I'm talking about against Napoli is one that I think should be playing the Champions League final. So if they do get knocked out here, then it's going to be quite interesting to see how we do match in that final. Nice ball, Zakaria looking towards the run of Gaia over the top. Gaia's delivery in for completely on Mark Fratchak. What a save, Ralph Farman. Oh my goodness me. Crew Alexandra should be leading inside 6 minutes, but the captain, Ralph Farman, has pulled off what can only be described as a quite brilliant one-handed save. Fratchak must have thought he'd scored there. Completely unmarked. The number 9, he should have scored. And Crew get a corner from this, but they should have had a goal. Grujic is up there from the header, and Marco Grujic puts them in front. 7 minutes gone here, 2 chances early on, and they've both been headers. Farman saving the first one, but for the second, he was routed completely to the spot. And Marco Grujic rises highest in the middle and puts Crew 1-0 in front. The delivery was perfect from Gaia, And there is the leap from Grujic, out-jumping 2 Napoli defenders before finding the roof of the goal. Look at that for a header. Can't get much better than that. Crew 1, Napoli 0. What a start to this game at home. Half-time whistle goes. Crew 1, Napoli 0 at the break. That goal from Grujic, the header, is the only thing that separates the two sides. The Crew fans will be happy with it, though. They haven't given a lot to Napoli. They've defended very well and not allowed them too much time in and around their final third. It does just take that one chance, though, for their opponents to find something in the game. Since going 1-0 up, they haven't done much up the other end either. It's been pretty much just a midfield possession game. You can see 64% of the play, but only 3 shots from the boys. Of course, 2 of those coming in the first 7 minutes when we led up to that goal. So, yeah, very quiet last 30 minutes of that one. But as the second half begins, I'm sure Napoli will throw caution to the wind and try and find an away goal because, of course, they are so important in Champions League ties. Can Crew hold on to this 1-0 win and keep the clean sheet? Or are they going to have to concede an away goal and have to probably score over in Italy? We'll find out in this next 45. Zakaria. Now Basso Villa to Fratchak. Fratchak to Donis. Waiting for the run to come back in from Fratchak. He's got the pace and he's stretching his legs. He's past his man. But I've got to say, it's great defending from the fullback as Fratchak looks to cut it back, and that's actually going to be a corner ball. I don't know who it is on that left-hand side, but he kept pace with Fratchak, which is surprising because, of course, the Pole is 99 pace. He's got 99 sprint speed, 99 acceleration. Here's the delivery. Oxford free header. Oh, I think he's got to score. I think he has to at least hit the target. He's got a free header. He has the leap on the defender, and he puts it over the top of the crossbar. He probably wouldn't be playing today if Ezri Konsa was fully fit, but he had a chance there to put us 2-0 in front. Good work from Donis as he finds Fratchak. Oh, his space open up for Fratchak. Fratchak in! No, and he can't finish. We haven't said that too many times this season when the Pole's been in on goal. And this time, though, he can't actually finish the chance off. It's a curled effort there from Basso Villa, goal bound, as Rabiot clears away. We will get back on the ball. It's actually going to be a Crew throw-in. Oh, we have had chances. We have had chances to try and do something and clear this game out. But unfortunately, we haven't taken them as of yet. And another one there from Fratchak. Another chance goes begging. Zakaria. Fratchak again. Oh, a good turn again on the right foot. Fratchak gets his strike away. And there is Farman yet again to make another stop in the Napoli goal. It is all Crew pretty much looking for this second. Napoli, although they do need this away goal pretty much, haven't managed to do anything. And with 65 minutes on the clock, this is where you start thinking about potential changes. Brilem Bola now for Napoli. Oxford tries to go across to stop him. Sergio Roberto in a really good area. Whips the cross in. Alexander-Arnold's up. It's headed back into the danger area. I don't know if it was from Alexander-Arnold or if it was from the Napoli man. Rabiot, though, does get his head away. But it's an easy save in the end for Donnarumma. As I said, I'm not sure if it came off of Alexander-Arnold or if it was, in fact, a Napoli one header, which is what sent it back into the danger area. But still, it did go in there, and it did require Donnarumma's attention as Fratchak given away. Not good. And this is the part where now Crew get a little bit wasteful, because when they get the pressures on now, because Napoli are going to start committing men forward, there's not as much room and time to pick out their passes. Donis, Fratchak, there is Alexander-Arnold. Here comes Crew looking for another one, and the delivery again was not up to scratch from Alexander-Arnold. You'd expect much better. With 9 minutes left, we don't want to get caught on the counter by a wasted corner. So I don't want to do too much with this. I just want to try and keep hold of possession and then maybe get a chance if we can get the right delivery in towards the box. But at the moment, I'm struggling to do that. Zakaria turning, trying to go forward, and that's going to be one back by Napoli. And I go back to my original point. Don't want to make too many mistakes. What a tackle, Donis. Fratchak's there. Here is Fratchak looking for the strike. Fratchak, Farman again makes a save. What a tackle from Donis, getting it back for us. Here's Gaia into a good area. Whips the cross in nice and early as well towards the head of Fratchak. It's one, and now Napoli can break. And this is bad because they have actually got a man over. Tarkovsky has to go over to defend this. We can't concede from this, surely. There's literally nobody in the box for Napoli. The shot in, and Oxford blocks it behind for a corner. With a minute left, if Napoli do grab an away goal, this turns the entire dynamic of the tie. Towards the near post, Unal's there. Donnarumma has it in his hands. That should take us into the last few minutes now. There is actually the goalkeeper out of his goal for Napoli as Gaia looks towards Calvert-Lewin but gives the ball away instead. And that should be the final whistle. Ref! How many minutes of added time? Come on, ref! Blow your whistle, man! There is the full-time whistle. Jeez, the referee nearly causing me a heart attack there towards the back end of that one. Imagine the scenes if Napoli had scored. Crew 1, Napoli 0. got to give major credit to the defensive crew today, because I tell you what, they did very well. You know, it's not an easy team, this. We spoke about how good their quality was before the kickoff. And somehow, by some miracle, although Donnarumma did have to make a couple of saves, crew managed to get the clean sheet. And also, I've got to give major credit as well to Ralph Farman of Napoli. He made 7 saves in that one. Of course, Donnarumma making 2. And without him, they could have been out of this tie after the first leg. A few big saves in that one from the German goalkeeper. But still, that's leg 1 done. We still have to look forward to the leg 2 over in Italy. Now, because we already have the Premier League secured, which we lifted in the last episode, I will not be playing the remainder Premier League games, and we are actually going to be simming them in terms of that one. So we don't want to risk injuries to players. So the first one was against Spurs. We drew 1-1 after I skip it. Donis and Martial scoring to give the points even between the two teams. Of course, as I said, we already lifted the trophy last episode, so it was already secured. Now then, after this game here, we will either have end of the season. There'll be no more from this season. We'll be moving into the next year of the series. Or we'll have a Champions League final to look forward to. Of course, this is going to be a tough game no matter what happens now. So I'm not sure what kind of team I want to name. I think I might go with a 4-1-2-1-2. Sure up the midfield. Have us, you know, trying to win the game from that sort of position. And just basically keep ball, if you know what I mean. That could be what we do. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure as of right now. To Italy we go. Crew only need a draw here, and they're through to the final, I should say, of the Champions League. 1-0 on aggregate after the home leg. I have gone with that 4-1-2-1-2 that I spoke about. Donnarumma with the back 4 of Gaia, Tarkowski, Oxford, Alexander-Arnold. And the midfield 4 is Grujic, Zakaria, Basovida, and Evans. And then, of course, the front 2, pace galore, Fratchak and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So, as you can probably tell, that's going to be the way we try and win this game. Through pace alone up top, try and catch them on the break, and just control the midfield as we did against Real Madrid, you know, last time out. So, yeah, very much the game plan. We'll see if that game plan will work, because when we did only have a goal to fall back on in the last tie, which was over in Spain at the Santiago Bernabeu, it worked wonders. Will it work this time, though? This is honestly where we could use like a worldie from Dominic Evans or something along those lines. I saw they've got 2 goalkeepers that actually embrace each other as well, so clearly respect between Farman and Donnarumma, and especially that, you know, Farman there shaking the hands of Fratchak, who may be able to score against him today. Had a couple of moments last game, and maybe should have scored, but didn't come away with a goal, so we'll see if he can get one today. Of course, I'm sure every player on this pitch has respect for one another. To get to the semi-finals of a Champions League is tough enough, and then to get through it is even harder. So we saw the team from Napoli. Is there any changes to their lineup? I don't think so. I think it is the same 11 that played against us at home. So their manager clearly sticking to what he thinks works. It's the same formation as well with a 4-3-3. We have changed it. We were the 4-3-2-1 last game. This time we're going with a 4-1-2-1-2. Also a change. Donis out. In comes Evans. That's the only change from ours. Donis, of course, takes his place on the bench. So it's a difference in tactics for us. We're going to see if that's going to work out. As I said it before, the pace up front, that is going to be the win condition for us. We have to dominate the midfield and try and feed our front 2 in behind. And we'll see if that will work. But nevertheless, 90 more minutes of football is underway. At the end of this one, Crew could either be heading to a Champions League final for the 2nd time in as many seasons, and then potentially win it for the 2nd time as many seasons, or we'll be sadly ending off this season here and having to look forward to the next one. We'll see. And Marco Grujic is chasing Embolo, won't win it, and now Alexander-Arnold can't really run to the ball because then there's a free pass on. This is bad. Napoli. Grujic brings him down. Referee says it's completely fine. He's happy with the tackle. Fratchak now towards Calvert-Lewin again. Calvert-Lewin, this is what I'm talking about. The pace when you get in behind is sensational. Calvert-Lewin! Farman again with another big stop for Napoli. And this right now is honestly the tale of the goalkeeper, because Ralph Farman has pulled off some incredible saves in this tie. Basovida towards Alexander-Arnold, the fullback. Here he goes. Alexander-Arnold across the face of goal. Fratchak, it's Crew 1, Napoli 0. 22 minutes here played in Italy. And Crew find the breakthrough, but more importantly, they find the away goal that they wanted. It is Fratchak, the number 9, profiting from an Alexander-Arnold delivery in towards the box along the floor. And I've got to be honest, I'm not sure if this was Fratchak putting it in or if it's the defender putting it against Fratchak. There's the run from Alexander-Arnold. It is Fratchak actually tapping that home. Well played from from our poll, number 9. But I've got to say this, I'm I feel so, you know, unlucky for Farman, because he came out and he was inches away from stopping the ball from Alexander-Arnold there. And that really could have made the difference. Napoli 0, Crew Alexandra 1. Napoli now need 3 goals and need to win this by 3 goals to 1 in order to go through to the final of the Champions League. That goal could make the difference here. Advantage played by the referee for a foul from Jose Gaia on Wilfried Zaha. As now Rabiot takes it forward and he feeds his teammate Serge Gnabry. Gnabry gets the shot away. Donnarumma makes the save though. Corner ball to Napoli inside the 43rd minute of this one. Just before the half-time break. And if Napoli need to score, they need to do it now, because this is an important time to actually score. But they've actually wasted the corner and given it away. Here comes Evans towards Fratchak, who he blaze it towards Gaia. Gaia back inside towards Grujic. Grujic back to Gaia, who sets off down the left. He's got the pace, remember, to get him in here. Gaia looking for Fratchak through the middle. And here goes Fratchak for 3! Farman again sticks out a leg and makes, quite honestly, I don't know how he's doing this. Farman, sensational stuff. Is he the best in the world right now? Because he is performing so well here for Napoli. And without him, we would have been in this final by now. In fact, without him, we'd have been in the final after the first leg. Napoli needs something big to change in this second half. We are underway for the last 45 minutes of this semi-final second leg. Who is it going to be going through to that final? Right now, it looks like it's going to be Crew Alexandra, unless Napoli can do something of anything in this second half. They're going to start it off profit with a corner. We'll see if they can get anything out of this one. It goes short towards Wilfried Zaha, whips it in towards the middle. Tarkovsky heads away, only as far as Basso Villa, who heads it back in towards the area. Gnabry! His shot over the top of the crossbar. Very, very, very nearly a Napoli equaliser on the day. And that would have, I guess, started the comeback. Actually, it wasn't as close as I first thought it was. Didn't really catch the volley as well as you would have hoped, but that was bad from Crew. You know, Basso Villa heading it back into the danger area instead of out. Bolo. There is a run being made, but Gaia's tracked that run brilliantly from Zaha and will come away with the ball. And Crew, right now, are just looking to close the game out. And you've got to say, tremendous pace up front of Crew has really hurt Napoli again on this day. Grujic, lovely ball. Here goes Jose Gaia down the left in towards the penalty area. Gaia, there's a man over. It's Basso Villa! It is 2-0 Crew! It is the goal for the midfielder. At the start of the season, he looked like he wasn't going to be here with a £65 million deal agreed with Sociedad, but he had a change of heart at the last second, decided he wanted to remain a Crew player, and since then has been an integral part of this team. And how important a goal could that be for the confidence moving forward? Commiserations to Ralph Farman. He's been brilliant, but he's not been good enough here. 2 goals for Crew Alexandra. And, you know, there isn't a goalkeeper in world football, I don't think, that would be able to keep a clean sheet against this team. Because normally, Crew, they create chances, they score goals. And even though, as I said, Farman has been brilliant, there was always going to come a time when he just wouldn't be able to make that last save that they'd need. Because Crew, they hound your goal. They don't stop. As Calvert-Lewin again coming forward. Now Fratchak, the pace again, is causing Napoli no end of problems. Fratchak, Basso Villa, Farman again makes a good save. Should have been 3. Oh, nice ball. Rabiot! Oh, man. Napoli, I tell you what, that was a good chance created, but they didn't take it. And, I mean, Rabiot from that sort of distance, it's going to have to be really, really special to beat Donnarumma, so I don't think it would have really troubled him. Keeper seemed to have it covered, but even at that, it's still a shot registered for Napoli as Calvert-Lewin now takes this forward. Going to be outstrengthed by Sanchez. That's where pace loses. Oh, no! They're in, but Donnarumma's coming! Donnarumma! Doesn't make the block! Donnarumma, no! Napoli will hit one back. Donnarumma came a long way to try and make that. Didn't realise the pace that Rashica was running at, and then realised that the last second he wasn't going to make it, but he committed way too far to it. Slides in. I've got to give credit to the Napoli fullback. He does hold his nerve, and he gets Napoli a goal. Here is Villa towards Alexander-Arnold, the fullback going a long way. Realised he probably couldn't put the cross in, so decided to try and smash it into the back of the net. But Farman was equal to it again. Evans on the short corner. Good footwork. Gets it back towards Basso Villa on that left foot, looking for the curler. It comes through to Calvert-Lewin, brought down in the box. Is he offside? Because if he is, then that's why there's no penalty. But if he's not, then it should be a penalty kick. He's offside. It's a free kick to Napoli. 5 minutes left. And Crew can cement their place in the Champions League final. Evans, Fratchak, Evans again. Barso Villa towards Calvert-Lewin, in towards Fratchak. First touch let him down, but Calvert-Lewin wins it back here. And that's Alexander-Arnold back towards Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin! What a save, Ralph Furman again! How many times have I said that? I feel like I'm a broken record just repeating myself because he's making that many saves here. Evans with a short corner. Puts it in towards the area. Alexander-Arnold's up. Headed away by Napoli. Only as far as Marco Grujic, but he actually loses out there to Rodrigo. And that is the full-time whistle! Crew Alexandra make it to another Champions League final. And of course, it will not be easy because they will face one of Barcelona or Bayern Munich, whoever's going to get in through that one. Commiserations to Napoli. Their side is strong, and I expect them full well to be in next year's competition, challenging again. Fratchak, I said at the start when we saw him shake the hands of Ralph Furman, was it going to be a tough afternoon for the goalkeeper? It certainly was, and Fratchak scored early on inside the 23rd minute. After that, we did find the second through Barso Villa, scoring from his header before Napoli would get one back late on with their fullback, but it wasn't enough. And yet again, Crew have got through to a massive night in the Champions League final. We'll see who we're going to face, and most likely it's going to be Bayern Munich because they won 3-0, I do believe, in their first leg. Unless that's the double leg score already, it looks like it's going to be FC Bayern Munich in that final. I'll check it in a moment. From one manager to the next, clearly recognising talent. I, of course, said how good Farman was. Well, Napoli's manager has said that Fratchak is the star man of Crew, and I can't really complain. From only 20, from him being 21, right? And him having the sort of impact that he is having, it is actually crazy. He's 87 rated already at 21 years of age. The only annoying thing is, of course, that weak foot, as I've said before. But, I mean, if you look at the way he's played since joining us from Bayern, it actually looks like it could be Bayern in the finals of the Champions League. You know, it's £26 million is what we paid for him. He's since then scored 18 goals in 40 games, 14 in the league in 30. It's not hit the heights of the likes of Ben Brereton, but at the same time, he's also looks like he's got a massive future ahead of him. 99 pace, 87 shooting, 97 dribbling, 71 passing, pretty much everything you want in a striker. He has got it in abundance. As I mentioned earlier as well, because it is the end of the season, we're seeing the rest of the Premier League games. So the next one is against Bournemouth. Again, I'll skip this when we get into it. It's another weaker side. We actually won it 2-1. Santos Candeias and Martin scoring the 2 goals for us. So another 3 points there. Not like I intended them to. Our last game is coming up in just a moment in the league. But until then, I want to check out this Champions League draw. Are we going to be facing Bayern Munich? A team that we had in our actual, league itself, our knockout, our knockout stages. And we'll see. Our group stage, I should say. It is going to be Bayern München. So. This means, of course, that Fratchak will play against his former club. Can he be the man that sinks Bayern Munich and wins us a consecutive Champions League trophy? For that one, it is going to be its own individual episode. So you guys can look forward to that. If you want me to start any players, or if you've got an idea as to what team we should play for that one, I'm thinking the 4-1-2-1-2 worked out well last time, catch them on the counter. But then at the same time, we've gone with a 4-3-2-1 for the entirety of the season. You know, it's been good for us in that sort of role. So I'm a little bit on edge. I don't really know which way to go with that one. I'm going to make a decision, obviously, at some point. Harry Kane looks like he's going to win the Golden Boot in the Premier League. 14 for Fratchak, 12 for Calvert-Lewin. And when you consider that, we've got 2 players in the top 8 for the top scorers, whereas the rest of the players in there are in there from their own respective teams. It's kind of good that we are spreading the goals around our team. George Ward wants a way out of our youth academy, so I'm going to see what he's like. If he's not good enough, then I won't promote him, but if he's okay, he's there, 51 rated. Nah, you're all right. Let's release him. And finally, the last Premier League game of this season at home. Of course, you've already won and lifted the trophy, so we don't need to play this to watch us do it. And after this one, we have the Champions League to look forward to. So Agazi and Zakaria scoring the 2 goals, which won the game for us. We come away with 3 points. From here on out, the only thing that is left is that Champions League final. So it'll be its own individual episode. I'll record that next time out, guys, and hopefully you're excited for it. I know I am. If you did enjoy this episode, though, it was a very good episode for us. We got through. We did well. We played good against a tough Napoli team and actually beat them. you know, we did very well in today's episode. So if you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you so much for the support on the channel, as always. If you are new around here and like what you see, the subscribe button is down below. Side note as well, guys, it is very, very warm in England at the moment. So please make sure that you're staying hydrated and all that stuff. You know, you don't want to get ill or you know, sick from not being hydrated. Just make sure you guys stay hydrated with the heat, because we are set for quite a long period of time with a lot of hot days. So yeah, make sure you guys are drinking fluids and such. But that's it from me for today. I will see you all again very soon with another video, guys. Catch you all later. Adios.